You fathead, why don't you look where you're going?
Shut up, you bag of bones!
I wish my husband was here.
I'll bet he don't.
Will you kindly tell me where you want to go?
In there to buy a hat.
Me too.
There must be some way out of this. You go around this way, and I'll go that way.
Good day. Something in a hat for your husband?
He's not mine. He's all yours. Where's the women's department?
This way, madam.
Did you have something special in mind?
Oh, yes, yes, you have a Hamburg in the window.
A career diplomat, sir?
Oh, no, I'm a lawyer.
Oh, well, even so, a hat like that will do no harm.
Here you are, dearie. Try this on for size. Don't you think it looks a little dreary, dearie?
Oh, no, dearie. It's a dear.
You beat me by one dearie. I'll take it.
$10, please.
Thank you.
Don't like it.
Oh, I thought it looked rather nice.
Haven't you something that looks a little less like the League of Nations?
Well, yes. Now, here's one we call the Nonchalant. It's neither here nor there.
Oh. Oh, I'll take it.
That's just $10.
There we are. Thank you. Send the old hat to the Chronicle.
Okay, dearie.
Well, here we are again.
After you.
Oh, no, you don't. There's no telling what you do behind my back.
Say, I want to thank you for saving me from that Hamburg.
Not at all. It was merely a public service.
I didn't realize you were so little.
I didn't realize you weighed 195 pounds.
Say, that's pretty good of you. Most people don't guess me that heavy.
Most people don't have you camping on their instep either.
Huh? Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
7.
6.
Sorry I'm late, but I've had a strange young man in my arms practically all morning.
Shut up. You're giving me an appetite. Did you get that new skimmer for him?
In spite of him. Is the old man tied up?
Arthur Barrett's in there with him.
Uh-oh. Why does somebody always have to make the DA mad before I get to him?
I don't hear anything. Maybe they've killed each other.
Smuggle this in when you get a chance.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have an appointment with Mr. Winton.
Your name?
Jones.
Mr. P. Cadwallader Jones. Mr. Winton's expecting you. He'll see you as soon as he's free.
Oh, thank you. May I sit here?
Please do.
Oh.
We're both much safer when you're off your feet. Would you mind telling me how you spell that name of yours?
Jones. J-O-N-E-S.
No, no, I mean the trick part of it.
Saves a lot of time.
By golly, you weren't kidding at that. What does the P stand for? Or shouldn't I ask?
Prince. You see, I use my middle name because I'd rather have people laugh at me than whistle for me.
Is that why you're seeing the DA, to sue your parents for tacking those names onto you?
Oh, it really wasn't their fault. It's a case of ingrown uncle trouble. One uncle's name was Prince, and the other, Cadwallader.
Oh, of course. And $5 million plus $10 million equals...
P. Cadwallader Jones.
Try one of mine.
Thanks.
Miss Terry and Mr. Jones are here, Mr. Winton.
Okay, keep them happy. I'll be through in a minute. Fat, oily, and expensive, huh?
Why don't you take off that halo and sit on it?
You know, the thing I regret most about your visits is that I always think of my best insults after you've left.
You can phone me any hour of the day or night. And if I'm not there, you just tell the butler that I'm a crook. I think he knows it.
I wish you'd step out and do something spectacular. I've got 10 indictments with your name on them, one for each commandment.
The only thing they'll ever indict you for is being a fool. Why don't you get smart for once?
And step down for you?
It'd be a soft chair for me, even without the halo.
You'll have to earn it
That's
first.
just my idea. Come on, Whitten, get that pious look off your face. You bow to this election and we'll take care of you.
Did you ever hear of a ballot box?
Sure. You mean those things we stuff on election day. Now, you gonna let me win this election honestly, or do I have to steal it? What do you say?
I'll be with you in a minute, Terry.
Oh, Mr. Winton.
Yeah?
My name is Jones.
Oh, yes. Mr. Jones.
Yes, my uncle wrote you about...
Yeah, about 7 typewritten pages, single-spaced.
Oh, he suggested that you might be able to find a place for me on your
A
staff.
suggestion from your uncle on official stationery from the state capitol makes your chances extraordinarily good.
Oh, I know how you feel about it, sir. I don't blame you. My uncle was wished on me, too.
Yeah.
That's Cadwallader, not Prince.
Groton, of course.
Yes, sir.
Harvard Law School.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, you graduated first in your class.
No, sir, second.
You were robbed. And, of course, you graduated summa cum laude.
Oh, is that anything against a man?
It could be. I had an assistant once with a Ph.D. He was so clever, I could have blown out his brains with a cream puff.
All I was a chance, sir.
That's all you'll get. Go down to Department 7 and see Mr. Murphy, my first assistant. He'll swear you in. Come on, youngster. I'll give you about 2 minutes.
Now, was that nice?
Well, I had to take it out on somebody, didn't I?
What did Barrett want this time?
My job, as usual. Well, by the way, thanks for the note, but I don't think he can do it.
Well, what are you going to do? Only 23 more shopping days before election.
Oh, I'll put up a battle, all right. But I'm not kidding myself. I can't fight Barrett's machine.
You can fight anything but a newspaper or a church, and Barrett's no cathedral.
You know, your newspaper's been very kind to me. I think I'll compose a statement over the weekend.
Good. Take plenty of time. Make it nice and long and dull. Because nobody will have to read it except your wife. Give me the city desk. Hello, Bill? Yep, sitting right in his lap. Here it is. In a fighting mood, Tom F. Winton, district attorney, today literally threw Arthur Barrett out of his office and challenged his opponent to a battle at the polls. Mr. Winton said, quote, "I'll win by 300,000 votes if half of them are counted," unquote. That's all, Bill. Thanks. How was that?
Well, it was magnificent.
That's the spirit. The election's in the bag.
Yeah, and I'm going to be left holding it. Go on, get out of here, youngster. I'm busy.
Where's Department 7?
Downstairs and to your right.
What was your total income last year?
Go ahead, Jake.
Immaterial and irrelevant.
Overruled. Witness will answer the question.
Go ahead, Mr. Westman. Or shall I refresh your memory for you?
Oh, I don't know nothing about figures. I can't even tell the time.
For your information, Mr. Westman, you earned exactly $48,914.
I object. Self-incrimination.
Overruled. The witness has confessed to gambling, and there is no self-incrimination on that score possible. Proceed.
Well, Mr. Westman, how much of that money came from gambling?
Now what do I say?
Never mind, quit stalling. How much came from the crap games and how much from the poultry racket?
Objection.
Who are you?
Jones, Your Honor. I shouldn't have...
Speak up, young man, and stop muttering.
Jones, Your Honor. I'm attached to Mr. Winton's staff.
Your Honor, this young man was just sworn in 10 minutes ago. I studied law, Mr. Jones. I had to. I haven't got an uncle. So if you'll just trust me, I'll handle this.
Well, if you studied law, why did you lay yourself open to a motion for a mistrial?
I haven't heard any such motion.
May it please the court, I move for a mistrial.
On what grounds?
Your learned assistant will inform the court.
All right, Mr. Jones. Suppose you take over.
Well, Mr. Jones, you seem to have started something. Suppose you step up here and finish it. Oh, come, Mr. Jones. Surely you wouldn't want these learned gentlemen to grope in darkness when it is so easy for you to enlighten them. Come, Mr. Jones. We're waiting.
Well, the defendant is charged with gambling. When, therefore, the prosecutor, by means of an improper question, implies that the defendant is also connected with the poultry racket, the previous purity of the defendant's character is impugned in the minds of the jury.
His purity of character? Jumping catfish!
Mr. Murphy, if you're about to have a stroke, you may go into my chambers and lie down. In fact, I may join you in a moment. I suppose you have the precedent for this at your fingertips, Mr. Jones?
I have, sir. Here it is, in almost the identical case of the State versus Ruggles. That's in Volume 6 of Trial Cases, Your Honor. The judge denied a motion for a mistrial, and the appellate court reversed the decision. In law school, it's quoted as a classical bit of stupidity on the part of the trial judge. Your Honor perhaps is familiar with the blunder.
Yes, I'm familiar with it. I'm happily very familiar with it. I made it.
Oh, you did?
Motion for mistrial granted. Case dismissed. Court's adjourned. Mr. Jones, if your ambition is to assist a district attorney in obtaining convictions, you're off to a great start.
Thanks, Counselor. Anytime I can return the favor, just let me know.
That goes double for me, pal. If there's ever anything you want done, call on Monk Westman.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, very much, but I'm retained by the county and have no outside interest. Good day.
Grab it, Hypo, grab it.
Look at that, look at that, look at that!
Mr. Murphy won't be in today. He's sick.
Yeah? Well, he's not the only one. 6 months to build up a case, and in 1 minute he tears the whole thing down. The young...
Jackass. He's outside,
What's he doing?
sitting and swallowing his Adam's apple.
Send him in.
Save me some of the white meat. All right, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Winton, I don't know just what to say to you.
My boy, what you did yesterday, as far as I'm concerned, is a thing of the past. A mistake that I'm quite sure you'll never make again.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I thought it more than likely that you'd let me go.
Why, my boy, I couldn't do a thing like that. Why, your uncle and I have high hopes for you.
Oh, have you? Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to put you in the spot where you belong.
Oh, well.
Miss Featherby, get the files in the Hyde case.
All of it?
All of it. I'm going to give you a very special and important assignment to tackle all by yourself.
Oh, excuse me, please. I'm terribly sorry, but I couldn't see you over the top of all these papers. Oh, it's you.
Collecting for the Salvation Army?
Oh, no. This is the Hyde case. Mr. Winton assigned me to it.
Well, that's been... Oh, congratulations.
Well, thanks.
Mr. Hyde was quite a man. For this part of his life, he was our respected paving commissioner. Along about here, he collected $100,000 in graft, and all the rest of it's a mystery. For nobody has seen hide nor hair of Hyde since, dead or alive.
Yes, I know. You know, I wish I could solve this case. Mr. Winton had enough confidence to give me this opportunity, and...
Do you hope to come through by reading,
Oh, of course.
I've always found that the tongue is faster than the eye. Why not talk to people who knew him, who went through the case?
Well, yes, I could do that, couldn't I?
At least you could have some fun, even if you don't uncover Mr. Hyde.
Yes, and then I could read this stuff afterwards.
Sure. Come on. Park that load, and I'll show you where the boys gather. There's a wonderful cook there, too. Makes an omelet for 6 people out of 1 egg and a bicycle pump.
Oh, that must be very good.
Hiya, boys. How's the sniffing and snooping?
Hi, Terry.
Mr. Jones, meet the bloodhounds in Uncle Tom Winton's cabin.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Hi.
Hi. Investigators, eh? They're very necessary.
They're evil, all right, but I don't know how necessary. 2 number 7s.
2?
Yes, on 2 plates.
What's new?
Here you are, hot off the press. It's all in the Chronicle.
There's one good thing about this dark dive. I can't see to read your scandal sheet.
If you spill any more grease on that vest, you can touch a match to it and read by your own light. He's sore because my paper skinned him alive for letting Hyde get away.
That was a dirty dig, and I won't forget it.
Neither will the DA. When you let Hyde get away, you took the heat off the rest of the grafters and tied Winton's hands.
Why talk about it? The Hyde case is closed.
I don't know whether it is or not. A friend of mine saw him in San Francisco.
Oh, why didn't the police pick him up?
They waited for him to see the fair. He went into Zally Brand's and never came out.
I wouldn't either if I had $100,000 in my pocket.
100 grand and Zally Brand.
That's one chunk of money that wouldn't do you any good, Joe. The district attorney has the serial numbers of every one of those $50 bills. Hey, how come that none of that money never got in circulation?
Because it's at the bottom of the bay with Hyde.
Did you look there?
I'm a detective, not a diver.
I'm afraid I'll have to disagree with you gentlemen about Hyde. I think if we had positive evidence that he were dead, the district attorney would never have reopened the case.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Mr. Jones has been assigned to resurrect Mr. Hyde.
What's the joke?
Here's the laugh of the year. Winton dug up the Hyde case and wished it onto that dope who made a monkey of himself yesterday in Department 7. Well, that's the neatest way to get rid of a pest I ever heard of. I didn't think Winton was that smart.
Yes, that's very smart. Nice to have met you, gentlemen.
What's the matter? Can't you take a joke?
Not that kind.
You're gonna quit?
Right. But first, I'm going up and punch Winton in the nose.
And that'll be another feather in your cap. What have you got to cry about? He didn't want you in the first place, and you hopped up on his lap like an organ grinder's monkey. Then what did you do, first crack out of the box?
I corrected a flagrant injustice.
Why don't you go to Winton and confess that you're not very bright and ask him to try you out in a traffic case?
I'm too busy.
Doing what?
Working on the Hyde case.
Hey, Terry, your city editor wants you.
Hello, Bill. Here I am. Yeah? Uh-huh. Yeah, I've got it. Miss Betty Paradise, 201 Nob Hill Terrace. Sure, I think there's a story in it. Any working girl named Betty Paradise is a story in herself. And when she wins $6,000 on a horse, she's a moonlight sonata. Yeah. I'm on my way to Paradise.
Hello? Normandy Plaza? This is Miss Elizabeth Paradise speaking. What do you charge for one of your exquisite suits? I said suits, not sights. Righto. I'll check in tonight. Yeah. Dust her up, brother. You got a tenant. Martha. Martha. Here's a present for you.
A fur coat?
And this, too.
Oh, I haven't any place to keep a Pekingese.
Let it romp in your bangs.
But
What'll you do? I'll do all right. Beat it, I'm busy.
Hello, Martha.
Hiya, Winkle.
Wasn't that your fur coat?
Violets. How sweet of you, darling.
Wasn't it, Betty?
What?
Your best fur coat.
Oh, the best I could get at the time. Look, Oscar, when I came along swathed in that skunk, there was Martha mopping the floor. Kind of got me. I says to myself, there but for the grace of a skunk goes me.
But I gave you the coat.
That's what I mean.
What's this?
A trunk. But where I'm going, they call it luggage.
You're going someplace?
Look, Oscar, something's happened.
Well, whatever it is, I'll help you out. I'll go with you.
You can't. I've got to get away from everything. From myself.
But, Betty, darling, what'll you do for money?
Don't get personal.
Well, look, darling, if you need a rest, here are 4 $50 bills that I... What's that?
Miss Paradise?
Yes.
I'm Terry Parker of the Chronicle.
I'm pretty busy right now, Miss Parker.
After winning $6,000, you should be.
Somebody must have given you a wrong steer.
Aren't you the Miss Paradise who made a killing on Playmate?
Yes. But I was kind of keeping it for a surprise.
And the story's too good not to share with our readers. What do you plan to do with the money?
Oh, I'm going to perfect myself in my art.
What is your art?
I'm a dramatic actress.
A good one. Take my word for it.
Are you Miss Paradise's press agent?
No, I'm just one of her fans.
May I ask your name, sir?
Oh, I'm just a friend of the family.
I don't want to brush you off, but I'm rushing and...
I think I've got the story. Have you a picture we may use?
Oh, sure. I don't mind.
Thank you. It's a charming likeness. Babe LaRue?
My stage name.
Oh.
My friend will give you a lift downtown.
That's nice of you.
I'm sorry. I still have something to talk over with Miss Paradise.
I was going to tell you about the 6,000, only she came in before I got...
Before you could take my last 200.
So you're 200 to the good.
Do you know how much money I've loaned you?
I don't count tips.
Over $2,000.
Would you mind calling a taxi for me? Would you mind calling a taxi for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Betty, listen. That money I gave you, the money you won with, I stole from a safety deposit box in the bank.
Why, you thief.
Give me enough to put back what I stole.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Would you sell a taxi?
Must be 201. Come on, cut that out. What's this?
You aren't going to put that in the paper, are you?
Round by round.
What's going on here?
That gorilla tried to kill me.
What's the big idea?
I have nothing to say.
All right, you can tell it to the judge.
Yeah. How about a little bourbon for you, Hazelton?
Just some ice water.
Well, here's to our absent brother, wherever he may be.
I hope he's dead and stays dead.
Barrett, I'm scared.
Aren't you usually scared?
You know what'll happen to us if Hyde is caught, don't you?
The mere fact that the money is in circulation doesn't necessarily prove that Hyde is alive.
If they find Hyde, he'll talk, and we'll all go to prison.
Mrs. Hyde would like to see you, sir.
Oh. Ask Mrs. Hyde to come in. Well, this is a pleasant surprise.
Where's my husband?
Come and sit down, won't you?
He's alive, and I want to know where he is.
I assure you, if I had any
But you're his
information...
attorney. You must know where he is.
I'm sorry, that isn't true.
You know he left me penniless.
He left several of us in rather a difficult position.
Disgrace doesn't matter. You see, I've been living on the hope that he really was dead. That he couldn't prevent my being alone without money.
Oh, come now.
I've seen that look on so many faces. The one you gave me when I came in. It's been shrieking at me. She used to be somebody. She had a place along with other women. She was pretty. That's what he's done to me, Mr. Barrett. I won't let people look at me like that ever again. I'll get back all of it. That's why I've got to find him.
But we don't know that he's alive.
If he isn't, then who's passing that money?
I wish I knew.
And have your tellers check the number of every bill that comes in. Good. Well, I guess that about covers it. Send out another description of Hyde over the teletype. Remember, he's 4 years older. Oh, I was just going to send for you.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Winton. Well, I'm thoroughly familiar with the case. You see, I stayed up all last night reading it. Now, if you'd start by having your men check at the racetrack...
We've already taken care of all that.
Oh, you have? Well, that's fine. Then I might suggest that...
Jones, you know this is a pretty heavy job to wish on a new man.
Oh, well, don't worry about me, Mr. Winton.
It's not being fair to you.
Oh, but Mr. Winton...
So I'm going to put you in Murphy's place in Department 7. Here's Murphy's docket.
Oh, but Mr. Winton,
Well, what's the matter? Don't you want Department 7?
Yes, sir.
Have extradition papers ready to cover every state in the Union. Featherby, order 5,000 circulars and send them out airmail. Cover the town with Hyde's picture. And tell the boys that I'll make a captain out of the copper that picks him up. All right, get going.
I've got to get a story for the next edition.
Mm-hmm.
What are your plans?
Well, I'll tell you, but it's off the record.
I won't do the Chronicle much good, but shoot.
So you think Hyde's news, don't you?
I hope to tell you.
Well, that's only half of it. If I can get Hyde, I'll have Barrett in the next cell within 20 minutes.
I didn't know you had anything definite on Barrett.
I will have as soon as Hyde babbles, and that's all I need.
Now all you need is to catch Hyde.
That's all. See, what do you think I'm trying to do?
You're doing swell. But what am I going to do for a story? I've got it. I'll hang a feature on Jones. Young assistant DA right out of law school getting the hottest case in history. Any objections?
None, excepting that I just took him off the case.
Oh, what's the idea? Trying to break his heart so he'll quit?
Say, listen here, young lady. When your newspaper gets a good story, do they give it to a cub?
I don't know why I said that. Silly.
Yeah. Certainly made a noise like a woman instead of a good newspaper man. Don't you know that sending Jones after Barrett would be like sending a rabbit after a wolf?
Read the complaint.
Disturbing the peace, assault and battery, obstructing traffic, resisting an officer, malicious mischief and property damage. To wit, throwing Officer McCloskey through Malvinsky's window.
I assume the district attorney wishes them held for trial?
On the contrary, Your Honor.
Why not?
May I point out to the court that the quality of mercy is not strained. It falleth as the gentle rain from heaven.
Yes, I know. And the place beneath is twice made blessed.
That's right.
What's your point, Mr. Prosecutor?
I was coming to that, Your Honor. As we approach this joyous season of the year, it is only natural that our spirits...
Does the district attorney want these men bound over or not?
No, Your Honor. May it please the court, I move that they be admonished and the case dismissed.
Case dismissed.
The State versus Winkle, Section 317A.
Your Honor, from the statement of the arresting officer, this seems to have been a private brawl in which no public property was damaged and no great harm done to anyone except the defendant, who seems to be a mild enough little man.
That's what I say, Your Honor.
Who are you?
I'm the lady that got socked. But for all of me, you can call the whole thing off.
Your Honor, I move the case be dismissed.
Why do they clutter up the courts with trivial matters like these? I suppose a dismissal is agreeable to the district attorney's office, as usual?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, are you trying to drive an elderly jurist to an early grave?
I apologize, Your Honor,
What's the matter with that dope?
Madam, I must caution you never to refer to the prosecuting attorney as either a dope, a nitwit, or a confounded nuisance. Sit down.
Your Honor, this man is not the type who would enter into physical violence without extreme provocation. And this woman's willingness to drop all the charges hints of something very unhealthy hidden in the background of this case. Kipling once stated, something hidden, go and find it. Something hidden o'er the ranges,
I can do a fair to middling good imitation of Boots if you let me take my shoes off. But what's that got to do with today?
Your Honor, there's something I must make clear.
Do you or do you not want this case remanded for trial? Make that clear, will you?
I move that the defendant Winkle be held for trial.
It is so ordered. Bail $400. Court will recess now and reconvene at 2 o'clock.
Lunch?
Well, sure, if you don't mind making a stop on the way.
We can tear a steak and the DA apart at the same time.
Oh, I don't know about that. Your paper didn't hand the Hyde case to a Green reporter, did they?
Well, I'd expect that from the DA, but not from you. Nice going, Jonesy.
How long was Winkle employed here?
Years. He was here when I came.
Ever been in trouble before?
Never. But when he got into the Chronicle and in jail all in one day, there was nothing to do but to discharge him.
You checked his accounts?
Oh, immediately. They were right to the penny.
Oh, thanks very much.
After drawing that blank, I should think you'd be hungry. I am.
I've got just one more stop to make. Come on. I want to see a prisoner by the name of Winkle.
Sorry, he's not in right now.
Oh, but he must be in. I had him remanded for trial.
Yeah? And somebody else bailed him out not 3 minutes ago.
Who?
How should I know? When they put up the dough, we spring him. That's orders.
Where'd he go?
Look, I just run the jail. I'm not chief of detectives yet.
Listen, Junior, you're dealing in terms of human life, not a problem in mathematics.
I'm not trying to make a record, even for stupidity. And I've got a hunch on Winkle.
Everybody else wants to forgive and forget. Where's that old holiday spirit?
I let 2 Santa Clauses go, didn't I?
Extra fine there, read all about the Hyde case. Extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, extra,
Now.
read all about the Hyde case.
Mr. Winkle?
Yes?
I'd like to see you for a moment. May I come in? My name is Hyde.
Mr. Hyde?
Yes. You seem so nervous. Won't you sit down?
Well, what do you want? How did you know where...
I'd just like to ask you a few questions, and a man usually goes straight home from jail, so I took the liberty of having you bailed out.
Thanks. Thanks very much.
Think nothing of it. How much money did you take out of my safety deposit box?
Only about $2,000, but I didn't know it was your box, Mr. Hyde. It was in some other name, and it hadn't been opened in years, and...
And it was comparatively easy to have a duplicate made of my key, wasn't it?
Here it is.
Please keep it. And, when you go to work tomorrow, I wish you would bring me the rest of these bills. You see, they are no good as money. The numbers are listed, but I have a use for them.
I can't go there anymore. They discharged me.
Oh, that's very unfair. That's very unfair, yes. A man can go on for years and years being honest, and then some little thing occurs and his whole life is ruined. That's a very lovely girl.
I hate her.
We always start hating them a little too late.
I never took a penny in my life until I fell for her.
I hope you didn't tell your sweetheart where you got this money.
Yes, I had to.
My. That's too bad.
But she won't talk.
No? I'm not so sure you won't talk.
Oh, no, Mr. Hyde, I wouldn't tell a soul. Honestly, I wouldn't. It'd be just as bad for me as it would be for you.
I'm sure it would be.
When I started out, I didn't mean to commit a crime.
You committed worse than a crime. You committed a blunder.
Yes?
We're looking for Mr. Winkle.
104.
Oh, thank you.
There is such a thing as hounding a man.
Yes, but I can't rest until I find out a few...
I smell gas.
Keep clear.
Say, what's the idea?
Gas, give me a pass key.
Gas.
Call a police ambulance.
Well, are you satisfied?
Well, I'm not responsible for this.
Oh, no, not much. After making 9 different kinds of a jackass of yourself, you finally won a victory. Over a poor little guy who only made one mistake in his life. A mistake everyone wanted to forgive. Everyone but you. And now, Mr. P. Cadwallader Jones, I've got a real story to write. And if I don't tear their hearts out, I'll throw my typewriter into the river.
Leave him alone.
I'm Jones from the district attorney's office. I'd like an autopsy performed immediately.
What for? I could sign a death certificate as suicide by gas right now.
You heard me. The district attorney's office wants an autopsy.
Okay, okay. Get going, bud.
I wouldn't print that.
Try and stop me.
You're making a mistake.
If you think you can talk me out of plastering you all over the front page for just the kind of heel you are, you're mistaken.
I wasn't thinking myself.
Not much.
I thought you might like to read the coroner's report. Winkle could not have committed suicide because no gas was found in his lungs. There is evidence of strangulation before death. It was murder.
Wasn't enough for you to be right. But you have to rub it in by keeping me from making a public fool out of myself.
Let's forget it. I'd like to see Miss Betty Paradise.
Your nom de plume, sir.
Jones.
Jones. Did you say Mr. Jones?
Yes, Jones. J-O-N-E-S, Jones. And I might add that I'm here on police business.
Oh. Mr. Jones to see you, miss. Yes, ma'am. 201. Just a short climb, sir.
Oh, another thing. I don't want to be disturbed either.
Yes, sir, Mr. Lowe.
Coming. Oh, what do you want? This is a private dwelling house.
Well, I'd like to talk to you, if I may.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. May I sit down?
Sure. Drape yourself on the love seat.
Thanks. Miss Paradise...
You can call me Betty. Make yourself comfortable. Do you want to take off your coat?
Oh, no, thank you. Miss Paradise, had you ever met Mr. Winkle before yesterday?
What do you think I am?
Then we're safe in assuming that you and Mr. Winkle were well acquainted?
Have you ever had what the Frenchies call the grand passion?
Then we'll stipulate that you and Mr. Winkle were deeply attached to one another.
Yeah, but we don't stipulate no more. It's colder than a penguin's beak.
Oh.
I'd like to see Miss Paradise.
I'm sorry, miss, but she ain't in.
Oh. Maybe I could wait in her apartment.
No, ma'am, you cannot.
Sure?
Lady, you is looking at attempted African, but it can't be did. $10. My.
This'll keep our tonsils from squawking.
Turn out those lights.
What are you doing here?
Well, I might ask the same question of you.
I came to see Miss Paradise because I thought she might help me.
In the dark?
We only doused the lights to see who was trying to burgle the joint.
What'd you find out?
Nothing yet.
You know Winkle's dead, don't you?
I didn't have nothing to do with it.
Except to bail him out so that somebody could kill him.
I didn't bail him out.
If you didn't, who did?
How should I know? Say, are you trying to pin a murder rap on me?
We're just trying to get at the facts in the case, Miss Paradise.
Who killed Winkle?
I tell you, I don't know. I don't know.
And you didn't put up the bail money?
No, no.
She's lying by the clock. I'll bet if we search her purse, we'll find the bail receipt.
Look for yourself.
Think I won't? Look here. Racetrack tickets and all $50 bets.
$50 tickets.
And 2 $50 bills.
Let me see them. Why, there's some of the Hyde bills.
I told you she was lying. The whole thing's clear now. She cleaned out Winkle, picked up with Hyde, shook him down for those 50s, and bet them at the racetrack.
You're crazy.
Winkle got wise to the setup, and it was Hyde who bailed him out and killed him to keep him from spilling. There's your case.
Oh, it doesn't seem logical.
Horseradish. It's the old triangle, and you can't make anything else out of it.
I tell you, you're cockeyed. Look, I never knew. I never had no idea.
Quit stalling.
Look, Mr. Jones, I know where them hot 50s came from. And if I tell you, will you lay off me?
You know where the Hyde money is hidden?
If them bills is Hyde dough, yes.
Where?
The stuff's been under your noses right along. It's hidden in a...
Jones, I expected absolutely nothing of you when you attached yourself to my staff. And you have exceeded my fondest expectations. With your tendency to be exclusive, you tried to be a one-man secret society. The judge, the jury, the arresting officer, and the coroner.
Oh, I thought I could bring the case to a conclusion.
You did. My 2 witnesses are definitely concluded. And Hyde is still at liberty.
Well, if you'll permit me one more...
As for you, I'm ashamed of you. I can condone a congenital idiot, but I thought you were too smart.
I was just trying to get a story.
Reputable newspaper people don't stoop to burglary.
Yes, sir. Can I go now?
Where?
To my office to write the story.
Not one line. If it really was Hyde, we don't want him to know that we even suspect him. And as for you, I forbid you to have anything to do with the Hyde case any further. Don't even turn it over in your mind.
Shall I go back to Department 7?
No. Go and sit quietly in your office until your uncle dies.
as a man without any troubles.
What do you mean I ain't got troubles?
I should have warned you. He's got ears like a donkey.
I seem to have a positive genius for making people angry.
Why don't you incorporate Hector, Golder, Heckle, and Jones, district attorneys and newspapers driven neatly nuts, and I'll be your first client. Here I am holding the hottest story of the year down to this. Police today searched the city without a clue for the unidentified killer who shot to death Betty Paradise in her apartment at 201 Nob Hill Terrace. Sensational, huh?
Oh, I'm afraid my bullheaded stupidity has messed things up all around.
Keep pitching, Counselor. I wouldn't give a nickel for a man who isn't bullheaded. Here. Put that on the city editor's spindle. He always likes a dull story to start the morning.
Dinner?
I'm not hungry.
Neither am I.
Stop worrying about those people. You didn't kill them.
I didn't keep them alive either. I feel like I ought to be out trying to catch Hyde.
I believe I'd give that up if I were you. Besides, the DA doesn't want Hyde as much as he wants Barrett.
Barrett? Well, if he wants him, why doesn't he go out and arrest him?
There's a little thing in law called evidence. Winton's got to prove that Hyde and Barrett are hooked up.
Napoleon said he never waited for things to happen. He made them happen.
Okay, Napoleon. Start scratching. What have you got?
Bait for Barrett.
Don't worry. Once I get hold of Hyde, I'm not going to let him go until we've settled all accounts.
I won't worry once you get these.
Yeah, we'll all feel safer.
Hello?
I had to risk calling you. I want to see you.
Well, the time and place you mentioned in your note is all right. I'm just leaving.
What note? I didn't write any note.
If this is a practical joke, it's not a very good one. Somebody's playing cute.
Stop that act. It's Paul Hyde. You know my voice.
Well, remember, I haven't heard your voice for a number of years.
But it's me, Barrett. Remember that winter's night up in my cabin in Maine? Just you and I and...
Oh. All right. What do you want?
Listen, the Iroquois is sailing tonight from Pier 30 at 10:15, and I want to be on it. Meet me there at 10. Bring $50,000, and I'll tell you where the stuff is hidden.
I'll be there. Get a couple of the boys and have them keep that date in the alley.
If Barrett can resist this, mice don't like cheese.
He's probably received it by now.
Say, maybe we should have photographed the messenger leaving with the note instead of just the note. He had swell freckles.
I'll bet when you were a little boy, you were an awful nuisance with your brownie.
I hope to be tonight. Oh, all you need now is a bathing suit to be Miss Daily Tabloid.
And all you'll need is a bulletproof vest if this doesn't work. Wait, we better take this along. Thumbtacks won't work on a brick wall. We'll at least give my city editor a thrill. You'll scare Barrett out of 7 years' growth when this flashlight goes off.
I hope he doesn't drop dead. We'll need his testimony. That's just 8:35. 25 minutes more. Hey, you better run along in case he shows up early.
What do you mean, run along? We're partners, aren't we?
In blackmail, murder, lunch, and annoying Mr. Winton, but not in this.
He won't do any shooting. He'll be too anxious to fade out of the picture.
Oh, won't you go just to please me?
I've never walked out on a story yet, and I'm not going to start now.
Oh, but wait a minute. You should be at Barrett's house. Why, that's where the big news will break. As soon as I get his picture, he'll undoubtedly rush home to try and cover up.
That, in the old Irish, is what is known as schmoose. But I love it. Listen, fella, look out for our hat. It's a great target.
I'll be careful.
Call up Mrs. Hyde and tell her her husband is sailing on the Iroquois 10:15 with $50,000.
Mr. Jones, my pal.
Oh, hello, Mr. Westman.
Park one on the button and scram.
Huh?
You're on a spot. Slug me, you dope.
Thanks very much.
Did you bring the money?
Right here.
Here's a power of attorney, and this is where the money and the records are hidden.
You try to double-cross me again.
Just use the key and you'll get what you want. Here is my boat. I'm on my way, and this time it'll be for good.
Terry.
One meets the strangest people.
Are you all right? Terry, darling.
Darling. Barrett. Barrett's killed Hyde.
Are you sure?
I was there.
You were?
Come on.
Any report on Barrett yet?
No, sir, but we're looking for him.
So am I. Featherby.
Yes, sir.
Horner, have you picked up Barrett yet?
Not yet, but we're looking for
Featherby!
Here I am.
I told you to get me the police commissioner on the phone.
He's been waiting on line 1 for 7 minutes.
This is no time to be technical, Featherby. Type that indictment and do it right now. Hello, Commissioner Reed. And how are you tonight, Commissioner? And have you any idea where a certain Mr. Barrett could be found? Commissioner, it's my considered opinion that you and your entire police department are a collection of fatheads that couldn't find their own noses with both hands. Goodbye.
This is the First time in 48 hours he's not mad at us.
Featherby, where's that indictment?
I only got to the first whereas. The phone's hotter than a firecracker.
Then don't answer it. Stick to that typing. Do nothing else. Do you understand?
Got him practically in the death cell.
And Featherby.
Here, sir.
Get me the governor on the phone.
He's probably in his red flannel nightshirt by now.
Then get him out of it.
Good evening, Mr. Good heavens!
I don't think His Excellency would enjoy being awakened at this hour, Winton.
On the contrary, I think he'll be delighted to learn that at last we've got you dead to rights. Barrett, I'm placing you under arrest for murder.
Well, what is this, a joke? I don't follow you.
No. But Miss Parker did follow you in the back of your car.
That was the first murder I ever heard. Thanks for the scoop.
And my able young assistant here is going to help me send you to the chair.
Well, I am honored. But may I ask whom I'm charged with having murdered?
Barrett, you've been obstructing justice in this town for years and tried to gain control of my office for your own illegal purposes. As district attorney, I deplore crime. But as Tom Winton, I'm delighted to have something more important to prosecute you for than being a thieving scoundrel.
I'm tempted to let you make more a fool of yourself than you naturally are. But I can't play in the face of tragedy. Will you come in, please? This is Mrs. Hyde, my client. She asked me to bring her to you to confess to the murder of her husband.
But I heard you shoot him.
You heard a shot, Miss Parker, but I did not fire it.
Did Barrett talk you into this, Mrs. Hyde?
I killed Paul Hyde. I waited for him and shot him. I'm glad. I'm glad.
I'm sure I can make any jury agree to a plea of temporary insanity. And now I'd like your permission to take Mrs. Hyde to the prison hospital. Very well.
Oh, my gosh, my story. I've got to stop that extra.
Mr. Winton? This Hyde murder sure will wake up the town, huh, Mr. Winton? And the Chronicle's the only paper that's got it. Oh, you're a cinch for re-election now, ain't you, Mr. Winton?
Look what I did.
Well, that's all right.
Well, they've got a bounty on me at the Chronicle. Just present my ears to the publisher and get $40.
Summa cum laude. Graduated with the highest honors.
Have you ever been really good and fried?
No, but I have it in mind on the train going home. Always wanted to arrive in Boston roaring.
Oh. You're going home?
Yep. Well, I'll be coming to New York weekends, probably. Maybe we can have lunch or dinner sometime.
Sure.
If you don't want to, I shan't mind.
You wouldn't do anything about it either. You just bow from the waist and say, well, that's that.
What do you want me to do about it? Jump up and down and shout hooray? I lose a girl's job for her, lose my own, cost the DA the election?
You're not the first guy in the world that ever made a mistake, you know.
Thanks for the consolation prize, but I can't quite swallow it.
You could if you took that silver spoon out of your mouth.
I've had just about enough of that silver spoon stuff.
If you had, you wouldn't be going back to Boston.
Come in!
I'm from the coroner's office.
Come right in, brother, and join the party.
Oh, thank you. These here is the personal effects from that Winkle case.
I'm no longer connected with it.
But they told me to give them to you.
I don't want any part of it, thanks.
But they said to give them to you. You better take
Now,
them.
look here.
Don't yell at him. He's only obeying orders. Maybe we can find out where to send them.
Well, them kind of cases usually ain't got no folks.
Bunch of keys, one wallet, one lucky piece, 4 $50 bills, one penknife.
4 $50 bills?
4 $50 bills?
There wasn't no $50 bills on the body.
What time is it?
10 minutes to 10. What are we waiting for?
Give me that briefcase!
You're under arrest!
You little idiot! Officer, drop that pin! Carmen, let go! Get away from here, you little vixen! Come on, listen, what do you think you're doing?
Come on, baby, give!
Throw out that briefcase. We don't want to be caught with it.
It'll be just as bad if it's found. All the records are in it. There's a police car behind us. It's that young fool from Winton's office. Can't you go any faster?
I'm gonna try for a tire.
Don't waste ammunition. Hit something. If it's only an innocent bystander.
I missed.
Maybe you're out of practice.
Calling all cars. All cars. Bank holdup, Maple and Main. Bandits escaped in police car going north. Bandits are armed. Shoot to kill.
Well,
Shoot
that's us.
to kill.
Here come the boys on their bicycles.
It's all over for the shooting, boys. Just keep ahead of them and don't hit anything, and we got the world by the tail.
If you could only get up alongside.
Get away from here, you fools!
Are you all right, Mr. Barrett?
Yes, but it was a narrow escape.
Well, we'd better escort you home.
Well, thanks, if you don't mind. I'm a bit shaken.
Well, I don't wonder.
I can't lose them now. You gotta find them. Is that their car?
I don't know. I'm as blind as a bat. Look out!
Hey, I'll tell you what the idea is.
We've been chasing him.
There you are. That's the idea. This fellow's Barrett. He's the one that stole all our money, and that post papers will prove it, too. We got him.
With you in a minute, sir.
For distinguished service, Mr. First Deputy District Attorney.
Fancy.
I'll say it is.